So here's a somewhat unusual way to jazz up home-baked brownies. Add fresh winter pears. We are making pear brownies today in the Studio 5 kitchen, and this chocolate fruit combination is a favorite of guest cook Sarah Warner. It's great to see you, great to have you. Okay, our crew is raving. Like, apparently you handed out samples before I stepped into the studio.
It's good.
I
People
missed
have
out,
their doubts.
But everyone I walked into, they're like, have you tried the brownies? They're so good. And you say people have their doubts because I don't think we hear about this flavor combination too often.
No. Everyone, when I say, oh, I'm bringing these pear brownies, they're like, why is this crazy lady ruining brownies by putting pears in them? But they are so tasty, and you add the really crispy shortbread crust, and it's like a home run. And it feels fancy, but it's super easy.
Well, sure. I mean, pear chocolate brownies. And I'm thinking as you describe it, with the shortbread crust considered, there's a ton of texture going on. Does that work?
Yes. No, that's what makes it great. Because I used to make them, I've made pear brownies forever, and I used to make it just the brownie and the pear. And I always was I want a little crunch.
It's missing something.
It's missing a little something. So when I added that shortbread crust, it was like, okay, perfection.
We've hit the mark. So this truly is your own creative concoction.
Yes, this is all Sarah.
Okay, don't let me offend you, but can we use a boxed brownie mix?
Okay, you can.
That's a no.
You can.
I heard a no in her voice.
No, there's no. But I will say, if you have gone through the effort to do the shortbread crust, and really it's only like 2 extra ingredients, because with the box mix you're adding the eggs and the oil, right? So it's really just 2 tiny things. So, but if you love the box mix,
there it is. That
then use it, but use the cake recipe, the one with the extra egg.
Okay,
the cake
for
like
the fluffy, dense form. That's the most polite, don't use the cake box answer that I have ever heard in my whole life. So we're gonna go with it. Jump in, show us how to make these.
All right, first we're gonna start with the shortbread, because that's the one that everyone gets worried about. All this is flour, sugar, and salt. That's it. Boom. Easy, and you don't have to use a food processor. You can just use a pastry cutter, and it'll be just fine.
Okay.
So you put that in, and you just,
Are we on? Oh, hold on.
No, we're not on. Okay. You just pulse it for a second, and then you add some butter.
And you've chunked that up?
It's supposed to be chilled, but we've been sitting here a while.
Sorry about those studio lights. I'm going to grab you a towel. You're pulsing for your buttered fingers.
Yes, and so we just pulse all of that in there.
And what's the consistency that we're going for?
It's going to look like sand. It might not today because the butter's so warm.
Okay.
But it looks like a lumpy sand, which is good. When I first started making shortbread, I would want to add milk, because I was sure that it was wrong. I was like, this is not going to stick together. This is terrible. But I've yielded over to the shortbread process and realized it's just how it goes.
You let that shortbread take over.
I did. So you just pour this coarse sandy mixture.
Yeah, it does look so dry, doesn't it?
Right, yeah. So I would always add milk, even though the recipe said, don't do that. But I just couldn't believe that it was going to turn into something delicious. So, and you just press it in.
Now you're using a spring-form pan. That's kind of an unusual shape for brownies.
Don't you love to see the shortbread crust?
True.
And I like the round that you can put it into the little triangles, and it looks so pretty.
Yeah, okay.
And, you know, the whole deal. I know,
I've kicked my box mix to the curb. I've pulled out my spring-form pan. I am buying into whatever you tell me to do here,
I'm loving this.
Okay.
I love that I have all this control. More than with my teens, for sure. All right, and so then the brownies. This is just egg, sugar, and oil and vanilla, and this is just flour and cocoa. See, it's pretty much a box mix.
We can handle that, right?
You really, oh man.
Oh, there was a fun cocoa party happening.
This is how, if you follow me on Instagram, this is what you're gonna see.
This is how it goes down?
I am a wreck and a party and a mess.
This is why we like you. When things fly in the kitchen, as in flour, in this case chocolate, that's when we know the party's started. That's when we know.
Cooking's fun and messy, and it's like being a kid again. I love it.
All right, so that's coming together quick.
And then you just, normally you would bake this for 10 minutes.
Sure.
Chill it for 10 and then bake it for 10 and then put the brownie.
Chill before you bake?
Yeah, chill it because it just makes it all stay together and not change its shape too much. So I should have added that, but it says in the recipe.
Bake, and then here comes the brownies.
Yes, and then you add the brownies.
And then we bake again.
And then you put the pears in it.
Oh, pears. I can't forget the pears.
Yes, the pears are essential.
Hello, the big ingredient. What type of pears are we looking for?
Okay, anything ripe at the store.
Do you want me to smooth that out for you while you talk to us about
Yes,
pears?
please.
I will.
It does not matter, really, which pear you choose. Just go to the store, squish them. If they are ripe.
Technical. This is real technical.
If they're
people.
ripe, then you're ready to go,
Yeah.
and you're in Pear Town. That's good enough.
Is that working okay?
Yeah, who cares?
I didn't get clear to the edge.
No, it's all right. It's not going to smooth very much with
I'm sensing your
that.
style is not perfection, and I love you for that.
No, I'm a realist. I
Yes.
want us all to I don't like to leave and people go, I could never do that. It's too fancy.
You're doing
I like
halves, pear halves.
Yes, you want the chunks.
Those are big.
They're huge. But see how they kind of absorb into the brownie?
Okay.
And I know it looks like that's a big chunk of pear we're going to get.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Right.
You got to trust me.
I do.
You got to believe in me.
My brownie life is in your hand. And they're like just fruit floating in chocolate.
It is.
What
it
gets
is.
better than
These
that?
are big, though.
Do the pears go brown?
Well, after you bake them, they're a little bit brown, but they're covered in chocolate. They kind of get enveloped by the brownie. So it's good.
Okay. More chocolate on top?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Need I
And
ask?
to cover up some of that cooking brownness, you
Sure.
kind of make sure that some of the chocolate chips land on top of the pears to make them.
It's a cool finish though once those chocolate chips melt down, because you're seeing kind of both. You're seeing the pears peek through and you're seeing the chocolate kind of get all squishy and
Yes.
gooey. And you serve it like a pie in triangle form.
You do, and I do top it when it's all hot with some ice cream sometimes.
Oh, stop.
Which, fruit, ice cream, hot
stop, don't
brownie.
stop. Yes.
It's all pretty heavenly.
Okay.
Trust me.
We
trust
do.
me. Trust me.
We
with
do.
this.
And the rave reviews from this crew were authentic and sincere, so trust us. You want
Good.
this recipe. It's on our
Yes.
website, and you share more like it all the time on your Instagram.
Yes, and Instagram's a party. Come follow me at Sarah Makes It, and I'm a wreck.
All of a sudden, that's a compliment.
It
all
is,
of a sudden,
it
that's
is.
something to brag about and
Somehow
be proud
it's
of.
a
I'm
beautiful
telling you,
thing. It's
it
a
works
wreck,
out. We adore you. Thank you so much.
All right.